morning, everyone. Welcome to the American Sports Connection. I'm your host, the one and only Joey Railroads. I'm here with my buddy Ryan Ennis. Ryan, how's it going in the mean streets of New York?
Pretty good, dude. Can't really complain. Just chilling. It's 60 degrees today, so it's nice and warm. All the
yeah, dude, it's
snow
like,
is disappearing.
Yeah, it's like 59 down here, 60.
Well, apparently, the scientific word for what I was explaining to you before is sublimation.
Okay.
When water goes directly from ice to gas. And,
All right.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
We're educating people here tonight. The more you know.
That's when it looks like there's like smoke coming off the ice, like steam.
Yeah.
You see it sometimes at like hot springs and stuff like that.
Yes. Because
So,
I
yeah.
had Dan. I was speaking to him earlier because I usually will talk to him because we get the weather they have today, like the next day. So I was like, what should I expect for tomorrow? And he sends me this video, and they had like sleet and like snow, and I'm like, oh, I don't want that.
I got a good friend, Mike, that I play Xbox with on a semi-daily basis, and he's from Ohio also. He's from Cincinnati.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool because he was telling me they had to close school early and all that crap. I'm like,
Oh, boy. Yeah, tomorrow's supposed to be like torrential rain, though.
Yeah, and yeah, we got a lot of it today because I was out and about and I was like getting soaked with the torrential rain you're referring. It's always something. But a lot of news before we get into everything this week. For those that aren't aware, I know Lance sent it to me earlier because I hadn't heard about it. The breaking news in the last couple hours is WWE's not going to medically clear Paige to wrestle anymore. They're going to, from what I understand or read, they're going to transition her into a non-wrestling role, kind of like how Daniel Bryan is.
Yeah, that's just gotta suck to be that age and have your career be over, you know.
At 25, absolutely, especially like when your entire family is in it.
Yeah.
Like that would be one of the worst things. But see, I wonder, and I'm just going to play devil's advocate here, is WWE being extra cautious with her where they won't clear her and maybe say another company will?
No, because with Daniel Bryan, it's concussion. With her, it's broken neck.
That's true.
And the fact that she's re-injured her neck after a month, you know, I mean, it's a month.
Right, like I was telling people, she was basically, in a sense, a ticking time bomb with that.
In a way, yeah. I mean, because once you break your neck, I mean, like, even with surgery, you know, you've already had a broken neck.
Right, Jesus, that's really... Chris in our chat says that they've known that she's had spinal stenosis for a while.
I guess that's
the case, that's crazy that she could have it at such a young age.
You know what? And I'm going to use myself as an example. I mean,
well, that's true,
too. Absolutely horrific arthritic shoulder that they're calling not instant. It's just because it all formed when I got hurt. But like the fact that she's 25 and has had spinal stenosis for a while is just, that's crazy.
But if I'm not 100% sure on this, but I think her parents had her wrestling at
a young age.
Yep.
Yeah, very young age.
Like an incredibly young age. I want to say like 13.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain she was in the ring much younger than that.
Oh, wow. Well, then that would explain
she
it.
comes from a wrestling family, like, you know, just think about like circus families. Like, these kids grow up doing these things. That's why by like 15 and 16 they had world champion level, because they grew up like on rope, so they grew up doing this, that, and the other thing. I think she's in a ring like, you know, as a child with her parents.
this is interesting, and I didn't know this, Lance. He said, Lance is saying he read that she was born with scoliosis.
That's possible. I mean, that's not a very rare condition.
Not at all.
I
So
mean,
he
and it
said,
can
like,
form very
that she,
easily, so.
that she you know, she's had issues with her spine, you know, since she was
Yeah.
born.
Yeah, but
It's just either way, it's a sad thing.
no, it
And
really is. It's just sad.
I'm gonna go on a rant for a second about this because I just told you about this. Anyone out there, especially on social media, because they're a bunch of cowards that hide behind computers. If you're going around talking crap on Sasha Banks, saying, you know, whatever, you should be ashamed of yourself because Sasha, by no way, even if it was an accident, which it was, you know, wanted to hurt Paige, for God's sake. She was, like I just said, she was a ticking time bomb that eventually she was going to get hurt again anyway.
All right, to elaborate for those who are unsure of what he's talking about, there are people on social media who was somehow, I don't like, claiming that Sasha Banks was jealous and therefore intentionally hurt her. Like, how dumb that is.
I'm sorry, but that's just fucking stupid.
I mean, like, you know, it's...
I'm turning into you now.
Yeah, because, like, you know, she's jealous that Paige is really the originator of the Divas Revolution and she took her spot.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah, I read a couple of things today and I was like, this is why I don't do wrestling groups.
It's like, reminds me of, if you remember Dave Chappelle, the Dave Chappelle show. What does the hand say to the face? And you do the slap. It was just one of those funny things I always remember, where it's just like you want to smack those people. Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, especially when these people have just no, like, they're making up stuff on Facebook.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, what kind of a life do these people have to begin with? Like, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, I don't even care, like, about who it is. It's just...
Yeah, you're a
like,
scumbag to, you know, do that.
Like, just don't say stupid shit. Like, just don't make assumptions for things. Like
I always tell people, Ryan, what happens when you assume? It makes an ass out of you and me.
Oh, I hate that. Yes, it's the truth, but I fucking hate that.
I know. In some other news, Samoa Joe actually got hurt as well on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, plantar fasciitis.
Yeah, the way they're talking is he's probably going to miss the Rumble.
Oh, that sucks. I mean, I really don't think they were going to do anything big with him for the Rumble.
No, but it still would have been cool to see him in it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And because they said, the article I read was that he heard something pop in his foot.
Yeah.
So they think he might have,
too.
like, tore the plantar fascia.
Yeah.
Which is not fun.
Nope.
And that's why he had pulled out of the mixed match challenge, I think it's called.
Yeah, he was, logically winning the spot for Bailey's tag partner when he got hurt, and then they gave it to Elias, who was in second place.
Yes. Thank you. All right. I was trying to remember what was what. Let's see here. Speaking of the mixed match challenge, they actually have the full brackets out now.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be one match a week.
Yes.
Or I don't even know how it's gonna be one match a week when you have to have two people face each other. You know what I mean?
Because I'm looking at it right now, so I'll explain it. Like, when is the official date? It's the 16th, right? This Tuesday?
Yes, this coming Tuesday.
Okay, yeah, I'm reading that now. Sorry. Like, for this week, they have Finn Balor and Sasha Banks against Nakamura and Natalya.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that's right, yeah.
Then, all right, I'll go down to the rest of the teams because I have them in front of me. It's The Miz and Asuka, which is a weird combo. Big E and Carmella, Strowman and Alexa Bliss, Sami Zayn and Becky Lynch, Goldust and Alicia Fox. It doesn't say which one, but whichever Uso is married to Naomi, those two are together.
It just says Jey Uso.
It just says Uso on it.
Oh my god, yeah, I think it's a Jimmy.
It was just funny. I'm like,
Uso.
Yeah, that's so random.
Whichever Uso we pick for that day.
Yeah. Let's see here. Like you just said, Elias and Bailey, Rusev and Lana. Here's another odd one. Apollo Crews and Nia Jax.
Yeah.
And the last one is Bobby Roode and Charlotte
Flair, yeah.
But I would have to believe you would probably see The Miz and Asuka win it, but that's just a total guess.
If not, then Braun and Alexa. I don't see any of the SmackDown teams having a chance.
No. It'll be an interesting concept, though. I will say that.
Yeah, we'll see how it all works out.
Oh, you're right, Lance. He said he's wondering that they just kind of put Apollo in there because of the Enzo stuff.
Oh, yeah, you know what? That may actually be very true.
No, you got a point there. That actually makes sense. And I could see that, Chris. He's thinking the last two teams will probably be Charlotte and Bobby Roode and The Miz and Asuka.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I could totally see that happening.
You know what really surprised me?
What's
because
up?
It was another WWE poll, and we all know how WWE polls go, right?
Yes.
Well, on Facebook, they used the one that actually shows the actual counts.
Interesting. I'm surprised.
So it gives me a little bit of optimism about like how truthful.
I know, yeah,
this is
that we
actually
were like,
be.
oh, they're rigged.
Oh, because it has been.
I know. But maybe they were trying to do that to dispel what we really feel, you know?
I mean, I'm going to see, let's see by what the stipulations for things are and stuff like that, and see if it's one of those that are just self-built, like, do you want to see a regular match? Do you want to see, like, another lame match?
Yeah.
Or do you want to see the most awesome match
it's like, do you
want to
see 3 crappy matches or one really good one?
Yeah, so
It'll be interesting. Some other stuff going on. Me and you had talked about it. I would say it's not really a spoiler because Impact already announced it, I believe, on their social media stuff.
Yeah, they've already announced it.
That Austin Aeries returned at their tapings and beat Eli Drake for their world championship. What the hell do they call it?
The Impact World. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a strange name they give it.
Is it the Grand Championship?
Yes, I think it is. Well, either way, he beat Eli Drake at the tapings, and he's their new world champion, which I didn't see coming. But that was a cool kind of thing that, like, I guess you wouldn't expect.
No, you're right.
And now they went back to the 4-sided ring instead of the 6.
Yes.
And
I didn't realize it had been like 4 years since they went back.
Had it been that long?
To 2014.
Okay.
I was reading something today, or I was looking at something today.
Okay.
And yeah.
It's interesting. And then the other thing, I don't know if you had read about this. I saw it on the skirt of the ring when they took the picture of it with the 4-sided ring. They have some kind of deal with Twitch now.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, because on the ring skirt, the skirt on the side of the ring, it had Twitch on it.
Interesting.
Because I don't know if they're going to have like weekly programming or something on it, but I do know they were supposed to have a big blow off match with OVE and LAX this week on their show with like barbed wire or something. I don't remember exactly what it was called.
Next week, I think.
Yes, that's a right. Excuse me.
Yeah, because I happened to be looking a little bit because Kevin had a bit, he was announced as the newest member of America Top Team.
Yes, thank you. The reason I'm bringing this up is whoever runs Pop TV said that barbed wire match was too violent to put on their network, so they're gonna have to air it on Twitch.
Really?
Which I was like, I didn't think they would get too crazy anyway on like cable television.
Interesting.
Oh, Lance, it's on Thursday nights at, it would be 5 o'clock your time. He was asking me what time they're on. He said since they moved back to the four-sided ring, he'll give them a chance. Because he hated the six-sided ring.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have had. I don't know how to put it because the six sides didn't bother me when they were cruiserweights. When the X division was what they were pushing more than anything.
Yeah, that's true. And then
But that's my opinion. Some people really fucking hated it, and I completely understand because it's so counterculture.
No, I understand. The other people, I don't know if you saw. I'm trying to remember his name in Impact. Tyrus, or what people would know as Brodus Clay, was back at the tapings.
Yeah.
And Su Yung was there.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, that is not Cedric Alexander, Rich Swan's wife.
Yes.
The one who is responsible for him. Well, not he's responsible, but she's the one that he got into the altercation with that led to him being indefinitely suspended.
Correct.
I want to say that properly.
Yeah, and then I read they are actually redesigning, like they're going to get brand new belts, all brand new belts.
Yeah, because right now it literally is, and I said this after one of the pay-per-views. It's literally the Global Force title with a plate over it.
Yeah, I remember you told me that.
It's funny because, without naming names, I had a mutual friend go, is that really what's on the title? And I tell him yes. He's like, all right, I'm going to have to go take a look.
Oh, yeah, I remember you told me this.
And, I just cracked up. He's like, are you serious? I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm pretty certain. And he's just like, LOL.
That's funny. Oh, okay. Acer is saying in our chat room that if you don't get Twitch, like in Canada, they're going to air it on the Fight Network.
But Twitch is a website.
I know. I guess like some people up there don't get it. I don't know.
Because I don't know about a Twitch TV station. I know about...
Yeah, I know Twitch itself, they have, like, their own site. Because there's, I know House of Hardcore has a deal with them now. There's another independent company in Texas that has one that the name... I can't think of the name. Wrestle Circus. I believe they have a deal with them. There's a couple companies that do.
I know Booker T's has some TV deal, Reality of Wrestling.
Yes, that's true.
I only know that because the Bodies are their only 3-time champions.
That's
the Heavenly Bodies from BWS.
Lance has an interesting idea. He said if they would have kept the six-sided ring, he would have just kept it for the X Division matches only and then switched it over to a four-sided ring. He's like, but obviously you can't flip it back and forth.
Yeah, watching the bigger guys, yeah, it was a little bit more rough, but with these evolving, like, you don't need to have a big guy who can't move. Like, if you had a more athletic roster and that was your calling card, then I can understand it. sure a lot of people shit on the fucking octagon at first.
That's very true. The other interesting thing I saw, and this is just a little off topic, is I saw Brian Pillman's kid. I don't know if I think he's going by Brian Pillman Jr. He was actually training with I call them the Ohio Boys, with OVE and all those guys.
Cool.
Because I was scrolling through my feed and I saw a photo of him with them. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Well, I mean, he played for the Bengals, didn't he?
I believe so.
You know, I mean, I could see, him being somebody that they probably looked up to being from Ohio. There's not a lot of people from Ohio, because I'm pretty sure he's from Ohio also.
Yes. That's true.
So,
yeah, so they might just be taking him under their wing, because I'm fairly certain he's just starting out.
I'm sure the opportunity to, teach the son of somebody you probably idolized
would be a pretty cool deal.
Yeah, it would be a pretty cool, scenario to be in.
Oh, I would think so too. All right, one quick other thing before we get into Raw. Don't forget to check out our sponsors over at the Squared Circle publication. You can find them on Twitter at TSC Wrestling Mag. Use promo code ASCPOD and you can get 20% off your order. All right, Monday Night Raw, Rye, what did you think of it this week?
Really didn't think it was too great. It was cool to see them do a bunch of stuff with the Balor Club, but I'm not liking this Jason Jordan is not part of the Shield angle.
Oh, what did he call it? Like the Champions Club?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cringeworthy. And I mentioned this to you earlier in the week. The issue, and I think it's really cool they're doing this stuff with Balor and Gallows and Anderson, but to, I guess you would say, a more casual fan, why is somebody like them going to give a shit when they've made Balor and Gallows and Anderson seem almost irrelevant in the last 6 months?
No, I agree. And that's been my big problem with a lot of the way that WWE books is they get people in a position where it's hard to ever take them seriously. I'll give you another example. With the Sasha Banks Bayley tag match was freaking terrible, and it didn't help anyone. And then they made Bayley look even weaker. No hot tag, gets beat up and then just stayed on the apron. No, I agree.
Where I was just I mean, it almost feels like they have their minds made up that they don't think they can make money with her, or they don't want to.
I don't know what it is, but it's something, and it's a shame because I think she could be the female John Cena.
Oh, I absolutely agree. When I saw her in NXT doing her thing, I said if they booked her right, this girl is a license to print money.
Oh, absolutely.
I couldn't agree more that she could be the female John Cena if they did it right. I want your opinion on this because I liked it, and I'm pretty sure you did, but I know there's a lot of people that didn't. Was the thing with Woken, Matt, and Bray Wyatt.
I thought that was awful.
The problem I had with it is, how can you sit there and have this laugh off that you've never quote unquote touched yet? When didn't Matt Hardy attack him 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago?
I don't know, but that was fucking awful.
Yeah, I mean, they already they didn't necessarily have a match, but I'm pretty sure Matt Hardy jumped him after one of Bray's matches.
No, I don't know if they've touched yet.
I don't know, but either way, yeah, that was just really like weird. Like, and I'm okay with weird, but that was even weird for me.
No, I can understand.
Like, and I could understand why, if like you've never seen the character, you could be like, well, why are people so fucking excited over this?
Yeah, but WWE has made it very awful.
Oh no, no, I agree with you,
Very awful.
and people have said, well, why, why would you say WWE's made it awful? You know, it's Matt's character; he's the one that's doing it. Well, this is the thing: when he was doing that over there, he at least had some creative like input from other guys that and other people that made it what it is, or what it was, I should say. Excuse me. You know, it almost feels like he's getting no help whatsoever, and they're just like sink or swim.
Well, I've heard, and I don't know how true this is, that they were filming at Hardy's house. So maybe they could be introducing the rest of the Hardy clan.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Senior Benjamin.
As long as they bring in Vanguard 1, I'll be happy. That would be fun to see that. And then, on the Hardy compound and all that shit. That would be kind of cool. I will say...
That really would be, yeah.
I will say the other thing that I really didn't like about Raw, and I like The Miz. The Miz has won me over. And I told you this. For him to come back and just say, well, I'm going to have the longest Intercontinental title run ever, and, I'm going to do the... While it almost feels like it's doing him and the title a disservice because he's just so good right now that I feel he should be in the world title picture.
Yeah. He should at least be in the picture. I don't think he should be world champion, but he should definitely be chasing for it. He should definitely be in the conversation. Yeah.
Like I always said, if he would have stayed on SmackDown, I figured he would have won the world title by the end of 2017. Because I thought like that was like how good his work was.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
He's consistently got better and better and better. He's one of the few true heels on the roster, and consistently year after year, even if it's little nuances, he keeps changing himself.
No, I agree with you. Here, this is what I wanted to ask you, because I read this and I disagreed with it. You saw the match with Enzo and Cedric Alexander, right?
Yes, where he got busted open.
Yes. Do you think he got legitimately hurt with his ankle?
No.
Okay, because he sold it really well then.
I don't know if that's how they wanted to end it, but
it looked like a cluster. But that was probably like because he got busted open.
What I thought was because he got so badly busted open. I kind of kept looking back and forth during that. I wasn't super paying attention because it's fucking Enzo Amore.
Yeah, I know.
But I seen them all busted open. I don't know if they determined they couldn't close them up or what, and they went with a fake injury. I don't know if that just happened to be happenstance that it happened that way.
Yeah. My issue, I don't know if you saw this. It was the spot where he, quote unquote, hurt his ankle. I had someone who shall remain nameless message me during that match when that spot happened and tried to tell me that Cedric Alexander was reckless. And I said, are you out of your mind? I went back and watched the replay again because I'm fairly certain that I was not wrong. But Enzo didn't even pay attention to when Cedric did the dive. Like, he literally didn't even look up. He just, let him fall right on him. And I don't know if that's from where he was busted open and couldn't see, potentially, but it looked like really bad. And I was just like, I do not agree with that in any stretch of the word. But when I watched the main event, I will say this: I enjoyed the main event, the 6-man, but I felt like that was the planting of the seeds, maybe to Jordan going heel.
I think they're gonna keep him at this like tweener phase. It's
Okay.
not even like a tweener. I don't even know what to call it.
I know what you mean. The reason I mentioned it is because where it was like kind of his fault in a way that they lost that match. You know what I mean? Where he kind
Um,
of like bungled it at the end.
it could be. Um, I just want them to get rid of him. I don't know. I'm trying to be optimistic, but
I know I am
um,
too, but like, and then like this stuff that I've been reading, and I'm sure everyone has, that like WrestleMania they're planning for like the two of the big matches is like Lesnar and Reigns and Cena and Taker, and I'm like, I'm trying to be optimistic, but neither of those matches do anything for me.
no, the rumored Nakamura versus AJ, I'm very interested in.
I hope they do it. Because if they give them, like 30 minutes, they'll tear the house down.
No, I agree.
All right, let's see here. SmackDown. What'd you think of SmackDown this week, Rye?
I didn't think SmackDown was that great this week.
No, they had been on kind of a roll lately, and then this
Yeah,
one
they
was
really
just
have
kind of
been.
like, eh.
Yeah, like I still don't get the feeling that they're trying to turn Daniel Bryan heel
Yeah.
at all. I definitely don't.
Is it maybe
Um,
he's a tweener then?
no, I see. Like that's what I don't think. I think that it's just one of the situations that he's just calling for fairness.
Okay.
To somebody that people just don't like, and a lot of people don't want to admit it, but you could justify screwing a bad guy out of an opportunity because they're a bad guy,
Right.
whether or not, like, you know what I mean? I think it's like if you're saying give this bad guy a fair chance, that sounds like a heel thing to do because you're
Yeah.
siding with the bad guy.
But yeah, I get what you're saying now, where it's like, I'm not saying give the bad guy a chance, I'm just saying make everything a level playing field.
Yeah, and if you happen to be arguing for the rights of a bad guy, you come off like a heel because look at you, you're arguing for the bad guys.
No, the way you're saying it makes complete sense.
And that's how it's coming off to me. Jag able some do though.
No, yeah, it
I don't,
wasn't like he wasn't bad. I don't know, like Shelton
it was just
got
a
his
bad. Go ahead.
how do I want to like he got his point across, but it was just like ooh. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, yeah, I think you just need to wrestle.
Yeah, you're very good at that.
Yeah, just do that. Let's see here. The other thing that surprised me was Breezango beating Rusev Day.
Yeah, I was trying to come up with a I don't want to say excuse, but like a storyline reason for that. But yeah, there is none, especially after getting destroyed the last couple of weeks by the Bludgeon Brothers,
I know. I
which I
asked
did.
someone that I know that books wrestling from time to time, and he said, and I told him this the next day because he didn't know they won. And he goes, well, the booker in me would say the only reason that makes sense is because they're trying to build them up.
Well, I mean, and then I feel like they fucking ruined a potential really good first feud with the Ascension for the
Oh
Bludgeon
my
Brothers.
God, did they? The Ascension and the Bludgeon Brothers.
I think it could have been a way to build up both teams,
Yeah, and
like
then they
have a
just
reminder of
have
like, here, motherfuckers, we're the
yeah,
Ascension.
and then they just have Harper and Rowan kill the Ascension, and this is the other strange thing, and we had talked about this on a show a while back because they're if you follow independent wrestling, you would consider them WWE's version of War Machine. Well, War Machine just is getting signed by WWE, so it's really like a head scratcher.
Well, now that probably fell into place much after this Bludgeon Brothers thing went into effect.
But they could always, put one on one show and one on the other.
I really doubt they're gonna call on War Machine though.
Oh no, I don't think they will. They're going to, as everyone would call it, WWE-ize them.
I mean, you know what though? I was very surprised with like a lot of the guys in the CWC keeping their name, and like even with Cole, Fish, and O'Reilly. I was actually, because they're, in the grand scheme of things, they're not AJ Styles.
No, but I've noticed they've been doing that a lot more with guys that are coming over.
I look like this. Cedric Alexander got to keep his name, but Kevin Steen didn't.
I know, it's weird.
I just, I think if it was another year later,
he probably would have been able to keep it.
Yeah. I don't know about Generico, though. I don't know if they would have kept the gimmick. Although
no,
I don't think that he could have taken over for fucking Mysterio.
Yeah.
At least with the masks. I don't know about for the Hispanic culture.
Hispanic audience. Well, you know how I feel about that. They're missing the boat with Metalik.
Kalisto. Oh, yeah.
He could have been the guy to appeal to the kids and the Spanish audience. I wanted to... Well, you know what? Let's go do this real quick. What did you think of this main event? I didn't think it was too bad.
Why am I forgetting what the main event was?
The 3-on-2.
Oh, no. I think it was good storylines. Absolutely. But not a bad match, but you really can't expect a bad match from those guys.
No, I was going to say, and especially when you have Orton in there with guys that are going to work, you know what I mean? So they're going to keep him motivated.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Because honestly, it really depends if Randy wants to do it or not. See, this is a hard one for me because I want to see AJ and Nakamura at Mania, but I wouldn't, be upset if Owens and Zayn, one of them got the belt.
I really think it's... I don't know if I would do it yet.
Like, I'm torn, you know what I mean?
I would do it where Owens is about to win the title and Sammy screws him.
That would be very, interesting and shocking.
Not screws him,
everyone always thinks, oh, you can't trust Kevin because, Kevin's going to turn on you. And then Sammy does it first.
Yeah.
I think that would be really interesting. I wanted to bring this up really quick because I forgot to talk about it with some news stuff before we get into 205.
Sure.
Did you see that NBC Universal is negotiating with UFC?
No, but I mean, I'm sure a lot of companies are going to try to negotiate with UFC.
Yeah, because I saw they're negotiating with them to potentially get them off of Fox because their deal's coming up as well.
I mean, it's like when any other sport has their rights come up. All of the networks want to get in on it because there's so much money there.
Yeah. I just thought that would be interesting if NBC Universal got UFC, if WWE would still hang around.
It's money.
I know, just like a curiosity thing, you know what I mean?
Well, what do you mean if WWE would still hang around?
If they would still, I meant if they would re-sign with them when their deal was up.
If they're the ones offering the best money, I don't see why not.
Good point.
It all comes down to money, bro.
That's very valid. All right, on that note, what did you think of 205 Live this week?
Just doesn't do it for me, man.
I know, it's really hard to get through anymore.
They just don't care about it.
And
I
then,
think
like, for an example, you have Metalik come back and wrestle TJP. Like, this guy wrestles, what, once a month?
who?
Metalik?
I mean, they have so many guys and they have so little time. A lot of their guys only wrestle a little bit of time, but then you got somebody like Enzo on there, like 3 segments a show.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You'll have guys that are, like, super talented and get one segment every, like, month. If you're lucky. It's just, I guess it's just, like, bad decision making.
No, I agree.
Kind of like a Tommy too, where he's kind of like stuck on there now, if that makes any sense.
Bro, he's going right back to fucking Japan.
Oh, I have no doubt in my mind he is. His deal's coming up soon, I believe.
Bro, it's going to be him and Daniel Bryan at the next Wrestle Kingdom.
That would, that makes sense. And then, that just reminded me of something. Cody and the Bucks, they officially made like a page.
September 1st?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember what they called it though.
All In.
Thank you. And the other couple people I saw that have already said they're going to do the show is Omega and Hangman Page.
Well, Hangman Page is going to put butts in chairs.
Yeah.
When I think about fucking good wrestling, Hangman Page is the first one I think of.
No, he's alright, but I know what you're saying, though. It's not a name that people are going to, when you see it on like a poster, they're going to be like, oh my god, I have to be there.
Well, apparently Daniel Bryan had some comment on ROH shared a match between him and AJ Styles from 2006, and he reshared it and made a comment about like a real chicken wing, and Marty, like, because that's how he beat AJ in that match.
Yeah.
With a he said something about like he wishes he was wrestling now because then he'd just break AJ's nose again.
Oh, wow.
I guess he broke his nose in that match.
That's funny.
And then Marty Scurll responded, like, you know, like, if you're going to talk like that, you better be all in. Because that's Marty Scurll's finishing move, is the chicken wing.
Yeah. Rob in our chat says that there's a UFC fight night on Sunday this week. I wasn't aware of that. Were you?
No. The fight nights, I mean, like, I feel like every week there's a UFC fight night. And I don't mean that as a knock. I feel like there's so much UFC going on that it's hard to keep track of, even when big fights come up. Like the other night, like, I didn't know Holm was fighting Cyborg until two days beforehand.
Okay, yeah, it's UFC Fight Night 124. He's saying it's Stevens versus Choi, Choi.
Choi.
Okay, thank you. And it's in
Stevens
St.
is the who the fuck is that guy.
Yeah, that's who that is.
Yeah, when it goes, right here, the hardest hit 145-pounder in the division. The counter turns around and goes, who the fuck is that guy?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's who Jeremy Stevens is. The shit-eating grin afterwards.
Yeah, that's the main event.
Oh, that's good. I mean, he's not a bad fighter at all.
I agree with that, Rob. He's saying that UFC is probably in for a lull this year without McGregor and GSP.
Yeah.
Because McGregor said he's not coming back anytime soon, correct?
Well, it's been a full year since he fought for them, I believe.
That's what I thought.
It's been even longer for Rousey.
Yeah, and she's probably going to do the E stuff soon. Or at least that's where it's leaning towards.
No, she's definitely done.
Okay, Rob is saying for this fight night, Uriah Hall versus Bellator is the co-main.
Vitor Belfort. Okay. I like Uriah Hall. I haven't been keeping track of what Belfort's been doing his last couple of fights. The only real fight that I know what's going on, and I don't know if you saw it, but do you remember the guy who recently knocked out Overeem?
Yes.
Well, he's fighting Stipe for the heavyweight title soon. Next month, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, so that ought to be good.
I agree with that, Rob. He's saying that Dana White needs to strip McGregor of the belt.
Yeah,
Because it's been over a year.
Belts. Because I believe he's dual
Oh,
champion.
yeah, you're
still.
right. He's got two of them. And Lance is saying he's looking forward to the Bellator Old Timer Heavyweight Tournament.
Yeah, I don't know much about it, but I know I saw something. It's supposed to be like Rampage and Chael. I don't know if that's separate. But
I
Chael's
think
become
that's...
like a fight whore. Yeah, I think that's a separate fight.
I'm not sure, but that's an interesting fight to me. Oh, no. Rob is saying Holloway is the title holder at 145.
Isn't that interim? Oh, no, that's right. That's right. They made him give up the title.
No, yeah, you're right. And no, Lance is saying that Rampage fight is in the tournament.
Oh, boy.
That's the first fight.
Okay. Now, when does that all start?
Yeah, I'm not Lance, when does that start? The Bellator thing you're talking about? Because I don't know a date on when that's starting. I might want to check that out because I always liked Rampage.
The Elderly Man Tournament.
Yeah.
The Old Timers.
Let's hope they don't have something awful happen like last time when they had two guys that had no like reason to be in, fighting.
Which one are you talking about?
The one where what's his name died.
Oh yeah, Ken Shamrock Dada 5000.
Yes, thank you.
That was the night before I went on my cruise.
Yeah,
I
remember
remember
this.
watching that in the fucking hotel. Yeah, that dude died twice in the fight.
Crazy. Okay, Acer said it's on January 20th.
And it's one night?
It starts by the way they're talking, it's multiple nights and it's on Paramount. I'm not familiar with that network.
Yeah, me neither.
I'll have to check that out when we get up. You know what? Let me look it up on here real quick. Fire, as I call it, fire up the Google machine.
Oh, my dinner is smelling good, bro.
What are you having?
Pizza, homemade pizza.
I hate you. It's called, let's see, the World Grand Prix tournament. Yeah, they got brackets and everything. Hang on, I'm looking.
World Grand Prix tournament. I mean, like, who else is in this old timers fucking thing?
I'm looking it up now, so bear with me.
Please tell me Bob Sapp is in this.
Hold on, I'm trying to get the goddamn thing to open up, and it's not. I see King Mo is in it.
Fuck King Mo.
I was waiting for that. Let's see here. Bear with me a second. I just want the goddamn... I hate it when they do that, where you'll go to, like, click on something and then it won't give you the bracket. Hold up. I think I found it. Yeah, okay, here we go. Rampage, Insanin, Fedor's in it against Frank Mir.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Fucking Frank Mir.
Matt Mitrone, I'm gonna say is how you say his name.
Matt Mitrione, yeah.
Against Roy Nelson.
Oh, that's interesting. I like Roy Nelson. You look at him, he looks like a fat hillbilly slob, and then he just pow. He got hands of concrete.
And Ryan Bader against King Mo.
Huh. So it's an 8-man tournament?
Yeah. It's a let's see here.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it looks like it's all in one day. But it can't be.
Yeah, that means that the winner would have to win 3 fights in one day. These guys are gonna have a fucking heart attack.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Lance said Paramount is the old Spike TV.
It's not Spike TV anymore?
Cause that's what I said. I was like confused by that.
Huh. Well, that's news to me.
I know, but well, I have lost Spike TV for a little bit, like on my television in my bedroom. It was not like I couldn't watch it. I could only watch it on my main TV in my living room, which is weird.
Yeah, that was a programming issue with your box. You could have called them and they would have flushed out.
Yeah, well, there wasn't anything I needed to like super see on that channel, so. Oh,
Yeah.
Lance said it hasn't officially happened yet, but it's going to be soon. So that's interesting.
Yeah, good to know.
Yeah, but I might have to check that tournament out. That looks kind of interesting.
Yeah, the old people tournament, the
Yeah, there you go.
geriatric tournament.
All right, well, let's roll back on track here. NXT this week. What did you think of it?
I didn't watch most of it. I just couldn't get around to it.
They had your buddy on there, Leo Rush, getting annihilated.
Absolutely demolished.
By fucking Lars Sullivan.
Yeah, no, I saw that. I made sure to go out of my way. I saw that. Was the Velveteen Dream segment on NXT? Because I don't remember if I saw that on NXT or if that was an exclusive where he was talking to Gargano.
I'm fairly certain it was on NXT.
Okay, because I know I saw it online.
That was really good.
Yeah. Bro, he's amazing. He's fucking amazing. He cut such a good promo.
Yeah, that kid's gonna be something. I actually felt bad for Dakota Kai.
Oh yeah, to have to go in there and basically just fucking jog to Shayna Baszler. Yeah, me too.
Well, not so much that where she just got like friggin' I don't know if she legitimately got hurt, but she ran right through her.
Oh no, I don't think she got it. That was to get over her fucking armbar.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not as big on Baszler as they are. I think she's sloppy.
I don't like Baszler at all.
Yeah, it just doesn't do it for me. I will say the Ono match with and I don't remember seeing this guy really work a lot, but I liked what I saw in this match. Raul Mendoza.
I know the name. I can't tell you anything.
Yeah, I know the name. I just don't know the face when I say it. But I thought him and Ono had a really good match.
Who went over? Ono?
Yes.
Yeah, see, they have to keep him somewhat relevant.
Yeah, I agree with that because I personally think this is as far as he's going to go. You'll never see him on the main roster. If he goes to the main roster, I will be shocked.
Yeah, I don't see that either.
And it's nothing against him. I just think they want him where he's at now, helping the young kids.
Yeah, no, I agree fully.
And what did you see the main event with Fish and O'Reilly against Strong and Black?
Yeah, and then they set up Black and Cole for the pay-per-view.
Yes.
With that.
The Extreme Rules match, which I think those two will have a fantastic match.
Yes. I agree.
And if
I
they
think
let
they
them,
will have a really good match.
Usually they let them go, where they don't have to be rushed. So I think that, they'll really hit it out of the park.
Oh yeah, so do I. Yeah, no, I don't think anybody has anything to worry about. I think that's going to be another really good match. Aleister Black is talented as fuck, and so's Adam Cole.
Oh yeah. Interestingly enough, he's actually doing a signing here. I think it's the morning of Takeover.
Really?
Yeah, it's in Jersey. It's in like a mall not too far from Philly.
Yeah, you couldn't pay me to go to one of those fucking things and have to go amongst wrestling fans for hours. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, this is the thing. I'm not paying $75. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? And it's my fault. I could have met him when he was Tommy End wrestling on Independence. You know what I mean? As opposed to going to one of their signings and paying $75.
Yep.
But granted, it's him and Ember Moon together, so that's not too terrible. But I'm just not going to spend that kind of money.
No, that's understandable.
You know what I mean, dude? I'm just like, nope, not going to happen. But real quick, before we get out of here, don't forget to check out our social media pages. You can find them on Facebook.com/American Sports Connection or on Twitter at ASC Pods. Instagram as well at American Sports Connection. If you're not listening live, we're on YouTube. It's youtube.com/EaglesFan0683. You can also find our entire catalog on the B Plus Player Radio. Best way to do that is at B Plus Radio on Twitter. So with that note, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, give it a thumbs up, all that stuff, and we'll see you back next week. Have a good night, everybody.